And I forgot to, record the session for yesterday's whatever we have learned for BI. So if anyone is having any doubt for BI last day, you can ask me question because I forgot to record the session for yesterday. Okay. So for the Python thing, for the BI, we learned how ETL works. ETL means extract, transform, load. And I also showed to you what are different ETL tools available in the market. Okay. I also mentioned that time that due to high licensing cost nowadays, the companies are trying to build their own ETL framework by Python or any other kind of languages. Okay. Similarly, our main target should be we'll be using Python as a ETL tool by creating data frames and all. Okay. So, but the basic things we need to learn. So, day one, day two, day three for Python, it should be totally very basic things. Then we'll be gradually, introducing data on top of Python. We'll be solving the data related issues on top of Python. We'll be creating data frames using pandas, NumPy, and we'll be trying to solving the data analytics related stuffs in Python. I already recording it, Sana. So I'm going to provide the same record in YouTube. Okay.
Okay,
Although I'm
okay,
just
sure.
trying to
Yeah.
put it over there.
Okay.
Okay. So where was I? Yes. So first of all, to learn Python, actually Python is a huge thing, but will not be just like we can do image processing. We can do several things on top of Python because it's very good language, and we have lots of libraries available in Python. We can do lots of things by Python, but we will not be focusing all those stuffs. We'll be mainly focusing on data engineering, how to solve our day-to-day problems. Just like whatever we have done in SQL classes, we have done joins, we have done group by, we have done aggregations, we have done some sorting part. So lots of data related stuffs will be going to do the same thing by Python itself. Okay. But the question is how we can convert a relational database into Python data frame or just like this. Those things will be gradually learning maybe after third or fourth class onward. The first 2 3 days it should be totally basics. Okay. So for the installation purpose of Python, as we are learning from the very basics, so this is the link for the Python installation part. I'm pasting it over here. This goes as image. Okay. Let me just paste it over here and give you the link. This is the Python official website, python.org. Go to downloads, and uh, this is the latest version as well. So download the latest version, no issue. Click on here and download this one. Whatever we will be downloading over here, it's an interpreter. Okay. So this Python interpreter will be helping us when we'll be putting high level of language, just like printing some statements. This is a high level language. The interpreter will solve this thing to interpret to machine level language. Okay. So then machine will be responding accordingly. So Python is an interpreter language. It's working in this way. And when machine will understand the thing, it will compute the thing and it will give us the output. So this is the general way we are getting the output. Okay. So after the installation of Python, just open your CMD command prompt window, and you can see just type Python just for just to check whether Python is already there in your systems or you have installed it. Whatever version you have installed, the version will be also mentioned over here. Okay. And you can do Python coding stuffs over here as well. Just like you can print something. Okay. So this kind of output you can get So this way you can write the Python, but this is not a good way for the coding purpose. I mean, when we'll be typing big codes and all, it's not very easy. So that is why I'll be recommending one IDE to be installed. Just like whatever SQL part we have learned there, we use MySQL Workbench during SQL learning purpose. Similarly, we need a UI for Python as well. So I'll be recommending PyCharm to be downloaded at your system. Giving you the link. It's a advanced software. Okay. Please install the same at your system. Okay. So no need to install for PyCharm Professional because this is having 30 days trial. So you can use just scroll down a bit below PyCharm Community Edition. Okay. Download this thing and install it at your system. I'm opening my PyCharm. How it looks like. I mean, why we are using ID? Actually, ID is very much helpful. Suppose you are putting some codes, there are some mistakes over there. ID will be helping you with the color combination. It will also helping you with the hints. Okay, let me show you quickly. Yeah, this is how it should work. Okay, so those are different pages. So when I'm writing any code, I'm just saving this file as .py. .py is a Python file. And if I need to execute the file, just choose that particular file from here, the drop down, just like test2. This is my file now. I'm just putting something, same what print hello. Okay. So I chose the latest file test2. I'm going to execute it and the output should be written over here. If I do any mistakes over here, it will also give me hints. Okay. Suppose I'm putting some quote over here, a double quote as well. Okay. You can see a red color um, has appeared over here with the error messages over here as well. If I run the thing, this error will also mention over here as well. Unterminated string. So this kind of it's good for the basic learning purpose. Okay. One more important concept. Unlike SQL, we learned SQL. SQL is it's not a case sensitive. But there, if you can quickly remember, we can put the codes in any cases. It can be upper, it can be lower, it can be mix of upper and lower. There will be no issue for SQL. But Python is case sensitive language. Suppose we cannot put P in caps. Okay. If I do, I mean, there is small p and caps P, it matters over here. So it's very case sensitive language. And when we'll be happy, I mean, putting this kind of thing over here, then only you can get understand, yeah, we are doing something wrong over here. We can see a red color thing has been appearing. So when we'll be calling a method on top of any particular, suppose on top of a string, I'm calling a method, inbuilt method available in Python interpreter. So it will be giving me hints. Okay. Just like let me put in this way. Hello. I'm putting a dot. After putting dot, whatever methods available on top of string, it will be giving me over here as a hints. So for the basic who is learning Pythons from the basics, this kind of ID will be helping you a lot to do the operation. Okay, so install that ID at your system and go to file settings and check once whether Python interpreter is tagged with your PyCharm tool. I'm going to file setting menu and you can find the interpreter should be tagged over here. Suppose you have multiple Python interpreter in your system, 3.10, 3.11, 3.12. So you have the option to choose which interpreter you will be performing. Okay. You need to tag the Python where you have installed the Python packages, just and tag it over here, Python exe. I mean, browse it and tag it over here. Okay. Any doubt so far from anyone? Any doubt? Okay. I hope no.
I have one question.
Yeah.
So this like SQL and Python which you are teaching is just for our basic knowledge, or we have actually have to download this thing and practice?
Yeah, yeah. The basic knowledge, of course, this is basic knowledge, and I'll be also, helping you with the hands-on part as well. So if
So
you can download it, whatever
yeah.
things we are learning over here, you can also have a hands-on at your side too. So this is the thing.
So I have Anaconda. In that Anaconda, I have Python and Jupyter.
Mhm.
Is it fine, or I
Yeah,
have to
yeah. This is
delete?
also fine. Fine. This is also fine. So Anaconda is a bit, high level. So we have having Python interpreter in the Anaconda packages itself, along with lots of libraries are also available in by default over there.
Okay.
So yeah, I think when you will be installing Anaconda, there should be some ID called Spider, as well as Jupyter Notebook is also available there. So if you are
Yeah.
comfortable on top, to code the things on top of there, so there'll be fine. There'll be no issue. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But for
Yeah,
the
so the
basics,
Sublime text will work in this.
blank text will also work. So how you can work for blank text, but the issue
Yeah,
should be there,
Sublime
just like,
text. Yeah,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
Sublime.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sublime text. Yeah,
Sublime text.
Sublime text. I think you need to install Python plugin there.
Okay.
Okay. Just I need to also check this. Sublime text is a good notepad editor, just like Notepad plus plus. Big file should be open there. That is fine. But how to connect with Python interpreter to Sublime text? I need to check.
Okay.
Okay. You can also use Google Colab. Actually, I will be recommending as of now, Colab. I mean, whoever is already having those kind of stuff, Jupyter notebooks and all, it's fine. Whoever do not have anything at your system, you can start with PyCharm. Okay, it's very light software. It's not very high one. Okay, moving to the next part. Okay, those are the all software part. Please install this thing so that we can have the hands-on. And during our hands-on, we can when I'll be doing the things over here, you can also try this thing at your side, and you should be having also a good experience on top of this. It's very, very basics. Python is very useful as well as very simple. It is not very huge thing. So when we'll be learning it gradually, it will not take much time to understand the thing. And basically, when we'll be focusing more on top of data frames and all after 2 to 3 days later, definitely you need to practice those things because those are not the basics actually. So Python basics. So and those are the main things. So that time when I'll be giving exercise, just like SQL, I'll be also giving exercise at that time. So you need to solve this thing and send me the response maybe in Git repository or maybe by mail. So that time it should be helpful. So as soon as you are quite accustomed with those things, the exercise will be easier to solve. Okay. After that, we'll be trying to connect the external database from our Python. As Python will be working as a ETL tool, what ETL tool can do, it can connect with the OLTP system. I mentioned what is OLTP during our BI classes. So maybe MySQL server is our OLTP database. So there should be some source tables. We'll be trying to connect our external database and try to pull the data into Python. And we'll be doing all kind of transformations in Python. And at the end, we'll be loading the data into data warehouse. I'll be giving you another database where you can load the data at the end. So this should be the concept at the end we'll be learning. Okay. Just like a simple ETL tool, how it follows. So we can also change the loading strategy there as well. Truncate load. We can go ahead with append mode. We can go ahead with upsert mode. So gradually we'll be learning the thing. But first of all, for 2 to 3 days, just it should be totally basics part on top of different data types and the conditional statements, the looping part, the class. Okay, those things we'll be learning first one by one, and then we'll be jumping that part. Okay, so for Python data types, we'll be having this kind of data types: integer, float, boolean, string, list, tuple, set, dictionary. Okay, integer, float, boolean, those are very simple data type. Starting from string, list, tuple, set, dictionary, it's kind of array. Okay, multiple elements, the collection of multiple elements are there, starting from string, list, tuple, set, dictionary. Okay, so from data perspective, those things are very important. Just like list, tuple, dictionary, those are very important as we will be focusing on top of data engineering part. So those things should be much important than the others. Okay. So data types, let me just go ahead with data types one by one. Python coding stuff is so simple. Suppose I'm going to declare any integer data type. I do not have to, if you're quite aware for C or just like this, C languages or any other, so we need to mention integer C. Just like we need to mention the data type should be integer in nature. But over here, I just need to assign the value. Based on the value, it can change the data type of a particular variable. Let me quickly show you an example. So I'm printing some value. Print 7. Okay. So it's a date. Let me. Okay. If I just print in top of it, that is fine. No issue. I'm also printing another statement over here with the type of. Type is a function. Print is a inbuilt function. Type is a inbuilt function in Python interpreter. Okay. Type means data type. Print is a inbuilt function. Type is also a inbuilt function. Printing the type of 7. I'm doing this thing now. The class is integer. So the data type is working as a class. Okay, in Python interpreter, each of the data types is designed as a class. There is a integer blueprint is already available there in Python interpreter. So whatever data type will be working, it will be calling that particular classes. Okay. If I just put a enclose this thing with a inverted comma, then it should be treated as a string. Okay, string means character. So you can see I'm printing 7. It's printing the same thing over here 7 plus, but the class of this 7 is a string data type. Okay, it's a string now. Suppose I'm quickly updating this thing to 7.5. It should be working as a float. I'm just introducing each data type one by one. This class is float. For Boolean, Boolean is having only two value, either it can be true or it can be false. But for the true is case sensitive, T should be in caps. Okay. True. Okay. True is a Boolean data type. It can be false, but T should not be in small. If I just put T in small, it should be throwing error because string, it will be, the interpreter should be thinking this should be, this is not a Boolean because the T is in small. So this is a string. So the string must be enclosed within quote So there should be code in front and the end. Then string should be true should be a string over here. To represent true and false in Boolean, the first alphabet should be caps. Then the other thing should be the running letter. Okay, you can see there is a color change as orange when we are using true and false keyword as Boolean data. Okay. String, list, tuple, set, dictionary, those are collection of objects. So, okay. For list, tuple, dictionary, we have dedicated classes for tomorrow. I'll be showing this thing in tomorrow's session. Let me show you the variable concept as well, Python variable. So we can assign or we can declare a variable in any places in Python code.
ఫోకస్డ్ గానే ఇంటలేను.
Yeah, someone is telling something or it's just noise. Okay, I hope it's a noise only. So during the, Python programming part, we can call any variable, just like I'm assigning a variable value v equal 8. Okay. And I'm printing v over here. I'm also getting the data type of v in the same line, in another line. The same thing I'm doing over here actually, but I'm calling the variable. I'm assigning some value over here. The thing I want to mention, first I'm assigning some integer over here, v equal 8. It getting its integer. Suppose I'm dividing 8 or I'm multiplying 8 with 3. I'm doing some calculations over here and assigning this value in variable. The value should be 8 cross 3, it is 24. Yeah, and it is a integer data type as well. It's returning perfect way. Let me divide 8 by 3. The value is 2.66 and you can see the variable's data type has been modified to float. So how quick it's changing its variables, data type over here. Okay. So the data type now is, the v is now assigning the value as 2.666 and it's a float. That's why the type has been updated as float. Okay. Similarly, I can assign any string values or just like this in variable at any time. We can assign any value in this way. Those are called Python variable. Okay. And what the basic things we can learn. There are lots of things on top of print statement I'll be showing in tomorrow's session. Okay. So, okay. Today I'll not be going much of the things of Python. So I'll be requesting everyone to install these things. Tomorrow I'll be tomorrow I'll be starting the rest of the stuffs. I'll be focusing on top of list, tuple, set, dictionary, the available methods and functions on top of those 4, because those are useful things when we'll be going forward for the data classes on top of Python. And I'll be also showing some F string, some other concept on day 2. So as this is scheduled for day 2, I'll be showing this thing. So before that, please install, whoever do not have any Python interpreter at your system, please install it. Whoever is already using Anaconda or any kind of Python packages, it's already installed in your system, then there'll be no issue. You can practice the thing over there as well. Someone may found this is very, very basics for you as you already have the advanced knowledge on top of Python. Then you can just attend or you can skip the particular day's session based on the simplicity of that particular sessions on that day. As the course is scheduled for starting from the basics and all. So whoever has already the experience on top of Python high level, they can skip the on that particular classes and they can join when we are learning for data purpose, learning the Python subject for data. Okay. Okay, so that's all for today actually. Tomorrow we'll be joining in the same session and we can continue with the more detailing part on top of list, tuple, set, dictionary, along with some more functions on top of different data types as well. So let's connect tomorrow. Today we're closing over here.
Hi, I have a question.
Yeah.
Every day there will be half an hour class, 8 to
No,
8:30.
it is 1 hour classes. 1 hour
Okay.
class. So actually, I should provide the link and all in last day actually. Then I can start with the day 2 for today. So as most of the student, I hope that they do not have the software installed at the systems. So
Okay.
you can install all those things. This is totally introductory session for Python. So tomorrow we will be continuing it. It should be 1 hour class.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. Yeah, thank you for today. Let's connect tomorrow with having some more insights on top of Python. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.